Shalom, shalom, Israel. All praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash. Yahweh is the Most High God, and Yahushai is who the world inwardly calls Jesus the Christ. Rakakadash is the Holy Spirit and the Paleo Hebrew. I'm going to give double honors to my teachers in Great Millstone, starting with the elder apostles, the elder bishops, the elder prophets of Great Millstone who've been ruling well through the Spirit, teaching His word and believing His word, bringing forth 100% of the Most High doctrine, regardless if you accept it or not. Lord willing, the Spirit will still be upon them to be sincere and to endure. Mighty Shalom to the hopeful elect that are scattered four corners of the earth, the men and the women that are believers of His word. And Lord willing, the men can continue to pursue, you know, their crown and to be sincere and to endure to the end. The Lord willing, the Most High have mercy on the other brothers and sisters that's not in faith. I'm back at it again with Second Esdras, the 7th chapter, verse 16. Again, I'm going to read it again. It says, "Why hast thou not considered in thy mind this thing that is to come to pass, rather than that which is present?" Bringing it out again to know we must think of what's to come. You know, we must think of it because it will come to pass. Let me just get into this Ezekiel, the 33rd chapter, verse starting at verse 30. It says, "Also, thou son of man, the children of thy people still are talking against thee by the walls and in the doors of the houses, and speak one to another, every one to his brother, saying, Come, I pray you, and hear what is the word that cometh forth from the Lord. And they come unto thee as the people cometh, and they sit before thee as my people, and they hear thy words, but they will not do them. For with their mouth they do show much love, but their heart goeth after their covetousness." Right? They go into false worship or covetousness in the desire of the things of this world. And lo, thou art unto them as a very lovely song of one that have a pleasant voice, and can play well with an instrument. For they hear thy words, but they do them not. Even in the Christian church, this pastor, all our brothers, even the ones that say that they in the truth, you know, they're not understanding these prophecies. They're not really understanding how we supposed to be moving. We're not supposed to be for the community. We're supposed to be for the elect. Better is the end of a thing than the beginning. This is the end, and this is the best moment, right? But we should be hearing the cries of the prophets, right? And they're going into the prophecies, you know. Verse 33, it says, "When this cometh to pass, lo, it will." Right? Prophecies is going to come to pass. Then shall they know that a prophet have been among them. Right? You're going to know that a prophet was among you. Right? Through the Spirit, the Lord allowed me to see prophets that He used to pave the way before my time. You know, of course, starting with Abba Bibbins and so on, leading to the teachers that I follow now. You know, Elder Tahar, and he's constantly feeding. And Lord willing, we can get into a chapter reading of First Kings chapter 22. You got to think anybody that's a false teacher could be like the 400 prophets that was when the angel, verse 19 to 23, persuaded these prophets with a lie, and they only told the king that he would win, but they didn't really tell him the truth that you're gonna die in the end. You know, to win the wars that you win and you get to see the win. You know, the fruits of your labors. But it was only one prophet that told the truth, and this is how you know the Lord. He's gonna speak in the mouths of a few, you know. But to go back to Second Esdras, the 15th chapter, you know, I'm gonna start at 4 because that's where we left off at. Second Esdras chapter 2, Second Esdras chapter 15, Salaki again, verse 4. It says, "For all unfaithfulness shall die in their unfaithfulness." Right? Let me say it again. For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. Right? When we go to First Timothy chapter 1, actually let me get that. Right? Because only the elect was faithful on the side. When you go to Isaiah 1 and 3, you know, the two-thirds didn't consider, you know. This is 1 Timothy chapter 1 and verse 12. It says, "And I thank Hamashiach Yahushai our Lord, who have enabled me, for that he counted me faithful, putting me into the ministry. The elect the Lord put in the ministry to stay." Because when you're faithful, you're going to endure. Unfaithful is somebody that doesn't endure. You got somebody that have a taste of the truth and then turn back to their vomit. That's not faithful, right? It's being committed to somebody until the end. We must be committed to Yahweh Shem Shai until the end. You know, Second Esdras chapter 15, verse 5. "Behold, saith the Lord Yahweh, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction." You know, the Lord is going to bring plagues. COVID was a plague, and that was the beginning of this thing. That happened to the whole world. We should be taking steps to really be thinking. I need to get closer to the Lord instead of a dumbass bay vacation, traveling all over the seas, trying to go here. Oh, I'm going here. I'm going here. You got even niggas trying to go outside the United States to travel. Well, I'm a Hebrew Israelite. I'm traveling the seas. I'm teaching my people the word out here. Hey, man's going to the Lord. You doing that? But the biggest prophecy is America, the destruction, the deliverance, the redeemed people coming out of this horde. You know, the real men of the Most High are teaching in America. You see, you got to see these things. Matthew 22 is in full effect right now. You see, you have to open up your eyes. Keep saying, "See, because the elect know." The ones that see is the ones that's pursuing the see. That's why I'm gonna keep saying, "See, because only the elect know." You scoffers that get on these videos, you don't know what's coming. Because if you did, your page will be flooding on what's to come. You know. So basically, what we just read is a prophetic warning. Jeremiah 28 verse 8. "The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms, of war and of evil and of pestilence." Right? The men of the Lord that's back and doing this even more, um, they're just following the same righteous steps they see placed in front of them in the scriptures. This is not about law, law, law all day. After you even went into the law, what's next? Get into these parables, these dark sayings, and these prophecies. Those parables is a earthly story, but a heavenly matter. Just like the rich man and the poor man with Lazarus, that is a parable. It's an earthly matter. I mean, an earthly story, but a heavenly matter. The low is Lazarus. The rich is this wicked Edomite, man. And of other cases we'll look at Israel, some of Israel like that's in this truth, who's trying to get that bag, thinking about prosperity. They're symbolic to that rich man, but it's really going into these heathens. We must go into that to prepare our people for the MOTB, the hour of temptation, right? Matthew 24 verse 7. "For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. There shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places." The biggest famine is going to be the famine of the word. And it's nations going against nations right now. You even got Donald Trump saying he wants to cancel the allies of NATO. War is coming out the mouth of the wicked. And it's really Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai. He's a man of war. The more we keep hearing about war, is the motivation that you should be having. Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai is coming. They had gave us last month 51 days, which is July 18th, where they're ushering steps to war. You know, prices are going to rise. Gas, the love of many is going to wax cold even more. Pay attention. These celebrities are slowing down with flashing money. Of course, they're showing their money, but in these videos, it's more fake. More people is talking about if you don't got a black card, that shows the type of money. It's changing. Whatever Tory Lanez did, the industry and other companies picked on what Tory Lanez was doing. These artists is making money off the stock market just for their music. Go look up the video that Tory Lanez said he was making money off the stock market because of his music. Things is gonna change because we're it's this other website that WFF was talking about. We're in a cyber network right now. America, even the World Economic Forum, They said we're using physical money and we're digital. He said we want to work to be permanent, right? And guess what? Nation against nation is against finance, against resources, right? It's a lot going on. Back to Second Esdras chapter 15 and verse 6. For wickedness have exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. You know, they have polluted the earth with their wickedness. I'm gonna read one more because I have to go back to work, man. I gotta go back. So I'm gonna give you this one little classic right here, my classic, because I'm always bringing it out. This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5, verse 23 is the point. Verse 23 is the point, but I'm gonna start at verse 20 the 23 in the GNT, right? It says, he will sharpen his stern anger into a sword. In the forces of nature, you go to KJV, his creation, which is the elect. And we can go to other precepts, even what is creation? Animals, man. Nature, the elements, but the animals in the elect, because there's going to be a standard of the men of the Lord that's going to be tested, that's going to be touching the wicked, right? It says it will join him in battle against those who are foolish enough to oppose him, right? Nature, creation, right, is going to go to battle with Yahushua against the wicked. Bolt of lightning will strike right on target, as if the Lord have made a bow out of the clouds and was shooting arrows. Right? Those missiles. Because go look at pictures of missiles. They are a reflection of arrows. Right? Hailstones will beat down on his enemies with terrible force. The oceans and rivers will come rushing over them. Um, in a devastating flood, right? Because you got to think America is going to be shaken out of balance. Yes, it might say, yes, it's going to be water, but a lot of water is going to be evaporated by a nuke. What's going to really happen is going to be that lake of fire whooshing and wailing, let alone uh, the chariots, which the world calls UFO, is going to be shooting, concentrating fire at Babylon, man, and at the wicked, probably flying with their damn weapons a heat, a laser, right? And look at Esau upgrading his weapons. It's called a dew weapon, like Mountain Dew. It's called a developed energy weapon. A concentrated fire, right? Verse 23, it says, "Great windstorms will blow them away like straw." Great windstorms. That's the aftermath of a missile. We got different movies and different shows that can give you a reflection. But like me and Bashar and my brother Shemuel was talking about last night, the movies and the shows that you see, yes, they are good motivation of the future. But it's nothing is gonna be none of these movies and these TV shows really compared to what's really going on. A lot of people might give up the ghost because the things they're gonna see is gonna be too frightening. So verse 23 again, great windstorms will blow them away like straw. Lawlessness will be the ruin of the whole world. Evil action will cause governments to fall. And this is why right now in front of our eyes, America is falling because of their evil actions. Lord willing, this is edifying and hopeful life wherever it may be. And like I said, in 2nd Ezra chapter 6, verse 17, if I can read it real quick. 2nd Ezra chapter 7, verse 16, it says, "Why hast thou considered in thy mind this thing that is wait, Salaki, why hast thou not considered in thy mind this thing that is to come, rather than that which is present?" We're too worried about our cars, our bills, like what you should. We're worried about the limelight, the outfits, the Gucci, the clothes that we're wearing to fit with society, but we're not thinking about the thing that is going to come. Lord willing, you is edified. Lord willing, you're motivated to think on your salvation, think on your deliverance, let alone preparing for the worst.
And with that, I'm going to say shalom, shalom, Yahweh speed.